All right, everyone, I've got it. It took me all day long, but we're going to talk about SR FINRA 2021-017. This one is a long time waiting, as we are talking about a system that's been in place since 1998 that's going to be pretty much replaced very, very soon. Now, this is a notice of filing and immediate effectiveness of a proposed rule change relating to the retirement of FINRA's Order Audit Trail System. And sorry if you can't read that. It's called the OATS system, Horst's favorite food. Let's go ahead and take a look. So before we get into the filing, we need to get a little bit of background on some of the terminology that's in the filing. So first, an introduction to OATS. So FINRA established the Order Audit Trail System as an integrated audit trail of order, quote, and trade information for all NMS stock and OTC equity securities. FINRA uses this audit trail system to recreate events in the life cycle of orders and more completely monitor the trading practices of member firms. Under FINRA rules 7410 through 7470, FINRA member firms are required to develop a means for electronically capturing and reporting to OATS specific data elements related to the handling or execution of orders, including recording all times of these events in hours, minutes, and seconds, to synchronize their business clocks. Now again, this was approved on March 6th of 1998. And then fast forward to right now, on June 17th, 2021, FINRA filed its proposed rule change to basically retire this system. And this will be effective on September 1st. In other words, August 31st will be the last OATS business day as defined under the rule for which OATS will accept order events. Firms must continue to report to this system on or prior to August 31st, which will be the last day, so keep that in mind. So as of right now, OATS is going away, but you're probably wondering, what is it going to be replaced with? Well, that's where the Consolidated Audit Trail comes in, or the CAT. So basically, we're going to go over two things in the next couple of slides. It's going to be the Consolidated Audit Trail and then the National Market System, or NMS. And then we'll get into the actual filing. All of this is relevant. You'll see why. So basically, the Consolidated Audit Trail is Rule 613 that the Commission adopted to create a comprehensive audit trail that would allow regulators to efficiently and accurately track all activity throughout the U.S. markets. Now, you're probably wondering, didn't the OATS do that? No, the OATS was trash. That's why we're replacing it. Among other things, the rule requires the self-regulatory organizations, or SROs, to jointly submit a plan called an NMS plan that we're going to discuss here in a second to create, implement, and maintain a consolidated audit trail. The rule specifies the type of data to be collected and when the data is to be reported to a central repository. Now, the Consolidated Audit Trail, from their own website, it tracks orders throughout their life cycle and identifies the broker-dealers handling them. Now, that's important, right? Because OATS did not do that. You're going to see some differences in a second that are critical. So broker-dealers, by the way, anyone that was watching my live stream earlier, it took me forever to find this industry members link or definition, but I found it. Broker-dealers, called industry members, will be required to submit customer, order, and trade information on NMS securities and OTC equity securities across all markets to the CAT Central Repository. The system is designed to permit the SEC and participants to more efficiently and effectively regulate the securities markets. So if you're already jacked, you should be, because this one's crazy. So what is NMS? So basically, NMS is 14 rules to help and protect investors. I'm going to have everything linked in the description below, so you can go and look at all the references in this video here. Basically, you have number 1, Rule 600 defines concepts and terms, which is sometimes pivotal to how the later rules work. Number 2, fairness and information are found in Rules 601 through 603, and they are about reporting trades and quotes to the Securities Information Processors, or SIPs, ensuring access to data by exchanges. Number 3, broker accountability, Rules 604 through 607, are special reporting and trading rules designed to mostly protect retail investors. I thought that was hilarious. Of course. Number 4, SRO rules. Rules 608 and 609 set rules for what self-regulating organizations, or SROs, need to do to publicly change rules, including SIP operations. Number 5, fairness in trading. Rules 610 through 612 cover trading rules like protected quotes, decimal ticks, and fee caps. And lastly, CAT Rule 613 is a relatively new rule covering the consolidated audit trail, which we just covered in the previous slide. So these 14 rules here collectively make up these 14, to mostly protect investors. So that's what that is. So now that we know what everything is, we can look at this filing. So basically, FINRA has been testing out the CAT system for a number of years now, trying to get it on a standard basis of 180 days of 5% or lower on a pre-correction basis and a 2% or lower on a post-correction basis measured in T+5. Now, that's just their standards they have to meet before they can implement the system. I'll leave it at that. However, there is different types of data that they're phasing in slowly, and we have already seen Phase 2 data be implemented, as well as Phase B data, which you'll see right here. Phase 2A and 2B data. Phase 2A, industry members are responsible for reporting routes, modifications, and cancellations in line with OATS guidance. So basically, 2A is everything that OATS had. Below is a list of examples or sample scenarios, which I didn't actually include that because it's too confusing to explain, but I will link the reference. You can go take a look at the diagram. So basically, the Phase 2A went live on 6/22/2020, and then we also have Phase B. Now in Phase B, industry members are required to report CAT industry member data related to eligible securities that are options and meet the definition of simple electronic option orders, excluding electronic paired option orders, of course. So that went live on July 20th, 2020. Now the purpose of the filing. We also have Phase C data, which is right here. This went... Oh, actually, I linked the wrong thing there, so I'm going to have to actually break this up. Sorry about that. So I don't have to re-record. Sorry about that. Let's see, Phase C. Live blooper right here, guys. Sorry. Jesus. I believe Phase C data went live on... Yep, right there. 4/26/2021. So let's go ahead and fix that real quick. So basically, Phase C, linkage of duplicate electronic messages related to a manual order event, special handling instructions on route reports. Basically, it's holding broker-dealers more accountable, and it's going to be able to track their every move as far as securities. Sorry about that again. Okay, next, Phase C data. There it is. So Phase C data. Any scenario that does not meet the definition of Phase 2A or Phase 2B will be in Phase 2C. So basically, it's picking up the slack for what OATS didn't do. It's pretty much adding all of these metrics here that they're going to be tracking data with. So again, very, 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 very bullish filing. So basically, CAT is the OATS on steroids. These 4 categories here are the different linkages that it's going to do. So as described in OATS, the plan processor must be able to link all related order events from all CAT reporters involved in the life cycle of an order. At a minimum, this requirement includes the creation of an order life cycle between all order events handled within an individual CAT reporter, including orders routed to internal desks or departments with different functions, e.g. an internal ATS or alternative trading system or dark pool. Now, inter-firm linkages, as described in the OATS retirement filing, the plan processor must be able to create the life cycle between orders routed between broker-dealers. That is an added one. That is good. Order linkage rates. As described in the OATS retirement filing, in addition to creating linkages within and between broker-dealers, the plan processor must be able to create life cycles to link various pieces of related orders. For example, the plan requires linkages of order information to create an order life cycle from origination or receipt to cancellation or execution. And then finally, this is the one that I feel is most important. exchange and TRF/ORF match rates. As described in the Oats retirement filing, an order lifecycle must be created to link orders routed from broker-dealers to exchanges and executed orders and trade reports. So if your tits aren't jacked, you might need to see a doctor. So everything here, September 1st is when this will be fully functional, implemented. Again, they're testing both out now, or they're testing the CAT out now. They're still using the Oats right now. So as of September 1st, Oats will no longer be available, and they're going to get rid of the CMDM surveillance pattern and implement their new pattern of POD, which incorporates both equities and options. And it says right here, any differences in output between a pattern run with legacy data, or Oats, versus CAT data were appropriate, given differences in pattern logic as well as enhanced data available through CAT, e.g. representative order linkages. This is what we've been needing this entire time. When this goes into effect, we're going to be able to tell, and the SEC's going to be able to tell exactly who is making the manipulative errors in the system. So again, in essence, this filing is a CAT.